Okay, first of all, hi Dennis, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. It's been a good year, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
Well, before we talk about your recent chart successes, just quickly back to the beginning, do you remember the first album you ever bought?
Oh, the first album that I ever bought was Black Sunday by Cypress Hill.
And then do you know what attracted you to this particular album?
What some of my friends were listening to it, and I heard some of the songs. And back then, you went to the CD store and you could just listen to it. You had the headphones, and I just went to the store every day. I didn't have money to buy it until later. Like, I bought a cassette tape, but I didn't have the money to buy it, so I just went to the store every day and just listened to it till I knew the whole album.
Was there one song or that stuck out for you?
I can't really say. I think it's the album is just dope. Yeah.
Had this been your first introduction to hip hop?
No, I've heard a lot of like Wu-Tang before that, and but that was the first time I was like actually looking for albums, and then came Bone Thugs and Harmony and Nas. I listened a lot to Nas, but the supply was really limited because the stores didn't really have, like, that was the point where hip hop didn't really reach the commercial success it reached later. So I really had to go look for it, and I was just too little. Like, I couldn't just go to different cities when I was like, what was it, 12, 13, that was not something that I could do. So, and in the CD store that I went to only had like pop music and shit like that. So only in the different sections, which was really small, you could find some albums. And those were even the commercial albums at the time, not like the underground, like vinyls and stuff like that. I didn't have that yet.
Were you at this point writing or trying to make your own
No,
music?
not at all. That wasn't until later. I think, I started writing when I was like 15 or 16, and I didn't really picture myself as an entertainer. I just wanted to write just to impress the friends I was hanging with, and we did some freestyle sessions and stuff like that, but it wasn't until later where I was like, okay, this is what I really wanted to do, because I was still into graffiti at the time, I think graffiti even came first, so.
Well, the graffiti and hip-hop culture go together quite
of course.
well. So
I even breakdanced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you any good?
I would say so back then, but looking back on it now, I wasn't really, no. I couldn't really hang with the best of them.
But then, at what point did music start taking over from graffiti?
I think when I noticed that when I put something in words or when I recorded a song, it was like a stress reliever. I don't know, like it really helped me get certain things off my chest, and I don't know. It's something about putting everything in a song and then capturing that moment and then be able to play it again later. And then remember while you were making it, there's just something about that. It's just, you make a certain moment tangible, so.
So is this, I imagine, then still part of, important part of what you do to
it's really important.
capture a moment?
It's really, really important, yeah.
And then when you perform then a song you have written a while ago, do you relive that moment when you wrote it?
I think so, yeah. I think so. It's all about, if the music is real, of course. Of course you're gonna have that, because you can't forget the moment that you put it there. So, yeah.
You have been known for quite personal lyrics, so and as you just said, this has been the case from right from the start. Was it something easy to do to?
No, it's never been easy. Certain songs came quicker than other songs, but it's never easy because it's like you're just throwing yourself in front of a crowd naked. You know, that you're like, because I'm not really an open person when it comes to, not when it comes to my experiences, because I'll share them, but like my personal ideas, I keep them to myself. My dreams, I keep those to myself, you know. But in terms of writing something that's that personal, it's kind of, you know, it takes a lot of guts, I think, in general, for people to put it on paper and just put it out there. It's kind of, you know, it's like handing over your diary to someone, you know.
But in a similar sense, then, you kind of touched upon it already, but does it have a kind of like a cathartic effect or a therapeutic effect in that way?
That's why the album that I put, the first album that I made is called The Treatment. And if you look at the cover, you can see there's like, I'm looking out a window and I'm looking to the future, but behind me there's all this chaos and shit going on where I just have to put that behind me. And that album was made for that. That was the purpose of that album, The Treatment, so I could just put it out there and just let it go.
Once you've written the song, then is it then dealt with in a way?
Okay. Yeah, I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's just done. Either maybe it's like a relationship or whatever. If I write about it, it's done. Like I don't have to think about it anymore, you know.
And in terms of rapping versus singing, was it already from when you were writing rhymes that you could
No,
sing?
the singing came later.
Okay.
I was just a particular moment where I was in a room full of like veteran MCs, you know, and there was this one dude that I really looked up to. He was like the greatest lyricist that I knew, and he told me in the room with all those guys there, you know, like, this is what you have to do. Don't worry about none of them. And that's exactly what I had to hear. Like Neo, you know, like when Morpheus told Neo, I could show you the door.
Right.
It's exactly that. And that just put an idea in my head. And I was like, okay, let's try this. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it as the best that I can. And I just experimented a lot. And I just tried a lot of new things. And, you know, but I had to put out that album first.
But again, because this is also similar with the rhyme writing lyrics. It's a certain vulnerability you have to portray when you sing.
Always.
So was it difficult to get used to at first?
Well, when it comes to writing songs, it's easier than writing rap lyrics to me. Excuse me, but you know, it's still personal. Doesn't matter. However you put it, you know, like you can, there's not really a big difference in there between those two, for me.